DBS News. Fresh in the morning. Eye-opening and balanced. The DBS Morning News starts right now.
This morning's headlines: Dominicans encouraged to take part fully in National Days of Prayer this weekend. Jamaica's Constabulary Force says investigation ongoing into bomb threats issued to several government offices in late August this year. And Israeli tanks push into major Gaza City residential area over the weekend. Details of the morning news right after this.
Are you tired of having the same boring breakfast every morning? Well, Monflake Oats is the healthy and perfect solution just for you. Make your breakfast exciting by adding Monflakes to your pancakes, parfait, or even milkshake. Monflake can be found in different sizes and available in granola, such as Caribbean or Hawaiian. Stop worrying about what to prepare for your breakfast, dessert, snack, or even dinner. Monflake is the best addition to your meal. Grab yourself a bag today.
Locally distributed by Fine Foods Inc. and available island-wide.
Since 1910, HHV Whitchurch and Company Limited has proudly served Dominica, offering a wide variety of products and services in shipping, logistics, insurance, travel, retail, and wholesale. We are committed to serve you. Contact us today at 767-255-1100 or visit us at our main office on Old Street, Roseau. From humble beginnings to proud achievements, HHV Whitchurch and Company Limited.
Petro Caribbean. Tank installation is part of our mission. Excellent client support is what we got. Contribution to development of Dominica. Supply of LPG at an affordable rate. Let's go. Petro Caribbean straight. No time to waste. So come on everyone with me to Petro Caribbean. 250 gallon propane tank. 420 pound propane tank. 100 pound LPG cylinder. Petro Caribbean. 20 pound fiberglass cylinder. Petro Caribbean. Petro Caribbean. Petro Caribbean. Petro Caribbean. Petro Caribbean. Petro Caribbean. Petro Caribbean.
DBS News.
Welcome back to the DBS Major Morning News. The news this morning brought to listeners through the kind compliments of HHV Whitchurch and Company Limited, Fine Foods Inc., and Petro Caribbean. My name is Curtis Matthew. Here we go with our lead story. Minister for Culture, Greta Roberts, has encouraged the Dominican public to take part in this weekend's National Days of Prayer. National Days of Prayer will be observed on Saturday, September 20 and Sunday, 21st.
As a government, we have decided during the independence celebration at the start of independence to begin the season with prayer. And this weekend, Saturday and Sunday, will be National Days of Prayer. We believe that as a people, as a nation, we have been blessed by the Almighty Father. Things are working out in our favor, and Dominicans on a whole should give glory and thanks and praise to the Almighty Father. And we are looking at taking 2 days, Saturday for Saturday worshippers and Sunday for those who worship on Sunday, which would be the majority of the Dominican populace, to come together to give thanks for the blessings that we have received as a nation and as a country. What we expect people to do is, well, people worship in different ways. Some may stay home and pray. Most people go to church. So we are asking that people dress, for those who are going out, to dress in their national wear and come out, or anything Creole.
And that's the Minister for Culture, Greta Roberts. Deputy Resident Representative for the United Nations Development Program, Stephanie Zabel, says the handover of ICT equipment to the police will modernize the operation of the Dominica Police Force. The equipment, which was presented to the police on Wednesday, will go towards a pilot project for a police records management information system.
But I think it is a very concrete way to express our support and our engagement alongside the police in Dominica and our efforts to support the digitalization and the streamlining of the judicial system and supporting the further development of the National Police here in Dominica as well as across the sub-region. So please take this as a symbol of our partnership and our trusted engagement alongside you. And we hope to be able to continue to do this into the future and to ensure that whatever engagements we have as UNDP in Dominica are synergetic with our efforts here with the police so as to help you achieve your national priorities and goals.
And that's Stephanie Zabel of the UNDP. Meantime, the Minister for National Security, Rayburn Blackmore, says the ICT equipment from the UNDP is timely.
And it's consistent with the government of Dominica's policy to work towards ensuring that the Dominica Police Force becomes one, more professional and more productive. I'm very much elated by this project, although it's a pilot project, but what is seek to actually achieve insofar as the mandate of the police is concerned. And from my understanding, of course, you also have not only the hardware, but the software component, which will allow for, the application will allow for the storing of and capturing of information relative to the operations of the police in all aspects of the operation of the police in terms of cases and in terms of reports being made and a range of other information and that is critical to allowing the police to better manage and in certain circumstances to prevent the commission of crime.
And that's the Minister for National Security, Rayburn Blackmore. Relief is coming soon for residents of the East as 2 water projects worth $16 million are underway in Castle Bruce and Grand Fort. The Water Sector Strategic Development Project will greatly enhance the infrastructure to provide a reliable water supply for the communities. Minister of State in the Ministry of Public Works and Public Utilities, Shakira Lockhart-Hippolyte, led a site visit to the projects with a first stop at Grand Fort.
$8.5 million circulating in Grand Fort. What does that mean for the people of Grand Fort and the Grand Fort constituency? It means that people are employed, contractors have been engaged, they have been engaged in the fusing and the laying of pipe works. Access had to be created to the new intake. We will be upgrading this current intake that was damaged in 2012. A new sedimentation tank will be built. I believe that what I have seen so far is nothing short of remarkable. We envision that the project will end in March. I have the WASCO on their toes. I told Mr. Etinov that we'll be meeting periodically because, as I said to him, what the monies that we have invested in this project, we have to ensure that we stick to the plan. We stick to the plan and we bring good, portable, pipe-borne water to the people of Grand Fort, Montjon, and Rivière-Syriac. As I always say to people, bringing water, portable water to their homes is extremely costly. I don't think the people of Dominica understand the amount of work involved in bringing water to them. The staff of the WASCO have to traverse through the mountains, the hills, and the valleys.
And that's the Minister of State in the Ministry of Public Works and Public Utilities, Shakira Lockhart-Hippolyte. Parliamentary representative for the Grand Fort constituency, Greta Roberts, says the project to develop the water supply system are extensive and will impact the communities in a positive manner.
I am so happy that I took that trip to come up towards the intake because honestly, I have seen and have learned to appreciate the work that is being done to bring water to the homes of people. I could not believe that this has to be done up there because every time it rains, the caretaker would tell us that we cannot get water because the pipe was washed away. Today I'm seeing it for my first time. And believe you me, the task to get up there and to replace that pipe when it is washed away, this we should be grateful for. So the constituents of Mont John, Rivière, Sirik, and Grand Fort should be happy, should feel blessed that today we are looking at the project to bring potable water to our homes without any difficulty when it is ended in 2026 in May. This $8 million project, $8.5 million project, I want to thank the government of Dominica. I want to thank the Caribbean Development Bank. I want to thank the European Union, all those who helped to make this possible. It is indeed a task. And today for me is a red letter day because I have seen the works of the WASCO, of the government, and I want to say thank you. I also want to thank you because it has brought a lot of economic activity to the area. If you notice, you saw a lot of young guys on the road. It's a pleasure for them to be on the road because they are making money.
And that's the parliamentary representative for the Grand Forks constituency, Greta Roberts. Well, the Cassibruce water supply system is being developed at a cost of $7.5 million. The parliamentary representative for Cassibruce, Octavia Alfred, says the water project for Cassibruce will improve the lives of residents of the constituency.
This is good news for Cassibruce, as I told you already. We have waited for this project for long. It's a project that we heard a lot about. And $7 million in any currency is a lot of money. We are happy that the government of Dominica is addressing our vulnerabilities, addressing our challenges, because it's been a while. The water intake in Cassibruce is more than 40 years old. It was not built for that increasing population that we have. Then we have the apartments drawing on that water line again. So we are happy for the project. People are benefiting. One, the landowners, some of them have received payment, and those who have not received, this is in the process. The people who have heavy equipment, the contractors, we have like 32 people employed on the project, which is good for Cassibruce. And I am happy that early next year the water issue will be addressed. I again want to thank the Cassibruce people for their patience. So we are happy that this is happening, and I'm very glad to be here. So we thank the WASCO and the government of Dominica for paying attention to the needs of the Cassibruce people.
And that's the parliamentary representative for the Cassibruce constituency, Octavia Alfred. Let's head into Jamaica now. The Jamaica Constabulary Force says investigations are ongoing into bomb threats issued to several government offices in late August on the same day as special voting for the recent general elections, as well as vandalism that disrupted telecommunication lines on the day of the September 3 polls. Dennis Brooks, senior communication strategist at the Jamaica Constabulary Force, when asked whether there was a connection between the two incidents, Brooks declined to comment, citing the sensitive nature of both investigations. He, however, noted that the Jamaica Constabulary Force has successfully investigated similar bomb threats in the past, leading to charges and court proceedings, and emphasized that the current investigations will be pursued with a lot of energy. Finally, this morning, local residents and eyewitnesses say dozens of Israeli tanks and military vehicles have pushed into a major residential district of Gaza City on the second day of Israel's ground offensive aimed at occupying the area. Video footage shows tanks, bulldozers, and armored personnel carriers moving to northern Gaza City. Israel says the aim of its Gaza City offensive is to free hostages held by Hamas leaders and to defeat up to 3,000 fighters in what it describes as the group's last stronghold. Well, that's our last story on the news. Stay tuned, the sports report comes up shortly.
Yummy.
Yummy.
Looking for something sweet, chewy, delicious, or even crunchy? We've got you covered. Mars and Wrigley's products are the perfect pick for all your sweet tooth cravings. Available in M&M's, Twix, Milky Way, Snickers, Skittles, and even gummies. So next time your cravings are at an all-time high, choose Mars and Wrigley's.
Available at Fine Foods Inc. distribution or your favorite supermarket island-wide.
Since 1910, HHV Whitchurch and Company Limited has proudly served Dominica, offering a wide variety of products and services in shipping, logistics, insurance, travel, retail, and wholesale. We are committed to serve you. Contact us today at 767-255-1100 or visit us at our main office on Old Street, Roseau. From humble beginnings to proud achievements, HHV Whitchurch and Company Limited.
Petro Caribe. Tank installation is part of our mission. Excellent client support is what we got. Contribution to development of Dominica. Supply of LPG at an affordable rate. Let's go. Petro Caribe straight. No time to waste. So come on everyone with me to Petro Caribe. 250 gallon propane tank. 420 pound propane tank. 100 pound LPG cylinder. Petro Caribe. 20 pound fiberglass cylinder. Petro Caribe. Petro Caribe. Petro Caribe. Petro Caribe. Petro Caribe. Petro Caribe. Petro Caribe.
Covering the nation and beyond. DBS Sports Report.
Rudolph Thomas Enterprise in Portsmouth, your suppliers of building materials and hardware products. Over 20 years experience in the business. Rudolph Thomas has lumber and plywood, Portland and tile cement, steel rods, galvanized and fence pipe. And Rudolph Thomas can meet all your wire needs. Galvanized roofing sheets, doors, windows, toilet sets, face basins and bidets. PVC piping, fittings and lattice. Check out Rudolph Thomas for ceramic and vinyl floor and wall tiles, nails, nuts and bolts, paint and painting supplies. And check out their line of electrical and hand tools. And Rudolph Thomas is your one-stop shop for hard-to-find items like fiberglass mat and fiberglass resin and welding rods. Go now to Rudolph Thomas on 1240 Bay Street in Portsmouth.
Here's a quick tip from NBD.
A quick tip from the National Bank of Dominica Limited. Scammers may send fake emails or texts. Remember, NBD will never ask you to reset your more banking password or share your card PIN, CVV, or other sensitive information this way. Stay alert. Stay secure. When in doubt, contact NBD, your partner, your bank.
Let's begin the DBS Morning Sports Report with basketball news. The Dr. Daru Pishley Sports Club Falcons are just one win away from capturing the DABA Division I Basketball League title after they blew past the West Coast Ballers in Game 2 of their 5-match series last night at the Massac Indoor Facility. The Falcons are without their leading scorer, Zach Bastian, but his absence was not felt as Yawani Regis led the way with 27 points as the Falcons picked up the 91-65 win. Kareem Daniel also had 21 points. Mishak Dubule added 16 for the Falcons. Coach of the Falcons team, Yannick Regis, was happy with the team's effort.
It was a good game. All in all, I'm proud of the team. We're missing Zach Bastien, but Yawani came out with a nice start. That's the leadership he showed. Mishak performed tonight there as well. And then you had Kareem who made a nice comeback from the last game. And all in all, we had a great game.
How big of a statement win is this for the Falcons, especially without Zach Bastien tonight?
Well, Gavin, going up 2-0 in a series of best of 5 is very important. Now we have the lead and we have 3 games to try and seal the deal. We look to win the game next week in game 3 and make it a clean sweep. So this game was really important, and I'm happy that we sealed it, and it was a confident lead, confident win. And I'm looking forward to the game next week, but we have a game tomorrow, and that's the focus right now.
How would you guard against complacency, though, for your team, winning by over 30 points tonight?
Well, West Coast were missing their point guard, Sharon Vidal, tonight there. So that's one of the reasons they didn't come up with their best game. So we know about that position. We had 2 wins last year in the finals and we didn't win. So this year, the experience we picked up from last year should help us in sealing the deal. Like Kobe said, job isn't done now until we get the 3rd win.
And that's the coach of the Falcons team, Yannick Regis. Meanwhile, Shalon Vidal had 14 and Dean Vidal 12 for the West Coast Ballers, who struggled without their suspended captain, Sharon Vidal. West Coast Ballers head coach, Colin Luke.
Well, from the start, I think we didn't play our game. Our head wasn't in the game. Not having our point guard really affected us. But no excuses. We have to try and bounce back next game.
Because the Falcons were without their best player as well, Zach Bastian, yet they still really blew open this game. So what sort of adjustments do you think you can make moving forward in the series?
Well, I think our defense was there, but offensively we were not scoring the easy ones, and also too many turnovers. So we have to look out for that next game to take better control of the ball.
All right. Game 3 is win or go home. What will be the message to the guys over the next week?
We don't want to go home. So we have to play aggressively. We have to play like we want it, because we don't want to go home. We're down 2, so we have to play like we want it.
And that's the West Coast Ballers head coach, Colin Luke. The Falcons lead the 5-match series 2-0. Game 3 in the series is next week, Friday. Meantime, in the Premier League last night, the Hilltop Services Prowlers pulled off a 74-65 win over the Peerbush Eagles to keep their hopes of making the playoffs alive. Kevin Ferrara got 22, Thomas Felix 18, and Bernard Mills 12 for the Prowlers, while Lenin Paul had 23, Kalen Paul 21 for the Eagles. In other basketball news, the DABA has handed out a 4-match suspension to Prowlers player Josiah Modest. He was banned following the verbal abuse of an official and also for threats towards players during the Prowlers match against the police last weekend. Modest, who also serves as a referee in the league, has also been suspended until further notice from officiating games and has been banned from entering any sanctioned DABA venue during the duration of the suspension. Meantime, basketball action continues with action in the Premier League tonight. The BAA Sharks will play the Police Sports Club at 7 o'clock, while at 9, the Happy 767 Sports Club Dominators will challenge the Dr. Daru Pishle Sports Club. That should be the Falcons. Some track and field news, very important. The Olympic gold medalist Thea Lafo-Gatson will have her sights set on another gold medal as she competes in the finals of the women's triple jump event at the World Athletics Championships in Japan this morning. Thea Lafo-Gatson will be in a tough field in the women's finals. The field includes the world number 1, Cuba's Perez Hernandez, and world number 2, Shanika Ricketts of Jamaica, who have both beaten Thea in various competitions this year. Also in the mix is the world record holder, Rojas of Venezuela, who is back in competition after missing almost a year due to injury. Thea Lafo-Gatson is entering the finals in good form. She jumped an impressive 14.40 meters in her first jump in the qualifiers on Tuesday. Thea Lafo-Gatson finished 4th overall in the qualifiers. Cuba's Perez Hernandez jumped 14.66 meters to top the qualifiers. Venezuela's Rojas was second with a jump of 14.49 meters. The women's triple jump finals will get underway at 7:55 this morning. What a finals is going to be. Thea Lafo-Gatson the gold medalist is in the finals. The grand finals among so many top athletes will take place. It will begin at 7:55 this morning in just under 34 minutes or so. Well, let's bring you some cricket news now. The Guyana Amazon Warriors are into the finals of the Republic Bank CPL as they got past the defending champions, St. Lucia Kings, in the first qualifier last night. Gudakesh Moti picked up 4 wickets as the Warriors are into the finals for the third straight year. Guyana made 157 batting first. Ben McDermott got 34. Shea Hope 32. Shamsi got 3 for 33. David Weiser had 2 for 14 for St. Lucia. The Kings, chasing 158 to book a spot in the finals, were in trouble at 48 for 7. But Carripier hit back with a half century. He got 50 from 29 balls, but the Kings came up short, being all out for 143. Moti picked up 4 for 30. Imran Tahir 2 for 22. The Warriors won by 14 runs and will advance to Sunday's grand final. The St. Lucia Kings, meantime, will meet the Trinbago Knight Riders in the second qualifier. That qualifier is on Friday. Let's stay with cricket news because the Barbados Royal Women, they've retained their women's CPL title with a 3-wicket win over Guyana Amazon Warriors in the finals Wednesday afternoon. Guyana took the first knock and they made 136 for 3 in their 20 overs. Shermaine Campbell made 28 not out. Shamila Cornell picked up 1 for 20. Afi Fletcher 1 for 36. The Barbados Royals, in reply, got 137 for 7 in 19.4 overs. Knight and Courtney Webb hitting 31 runs each. The Royals won by 3 wickets, completing an unbeaten season. And 6 newcomers have been named in the West Indies T20 team to face Nepal in a historical bilateral series starting later this month in the United Arab Emirates. Cricket West Indies, CWI, has also named Akil Hossain as the Windies T20 captain for the series. The Nepal series will conclude just a few days before the start of the Test series with India, and as such, a number of regular first-choice players are unavailable. Rayon Griffith will also serve as the head coach for the series, and the former West Indies head coach Otis Gibson serving as fast-bowling consultant. The Windies team is Akil Hossain, the captain, Fabian Allen, Joel Andrew, Akim Ogis, there's Naveen Bidise, Jadir Blades, Casey Kati, Karima Gore, Jason Holder, Amir Jangu, Kyle Mayers, Obed McCoy, Zizan Motara, Raymond Simmons, and Shama Springer. The T20 is set for September 27th in the United Arab Emirates. So the first game is on the 27th of September in the United Arab Emirates. And the national athlete Addison James has received a major boost from Central Cooperative Credit Union to further pursue his career in athletics. Central Cooperative Credit Union provided the Carifta Games gold medalist with equipment to aid in his development in the sport of javelin. Treasurer of the Board of Directors at Central Cooperative Credit Union, Leslie Bruni, says the financial institution is proud to play a role in James's development.
As Dominicans, we all have our part to play in supporting the youth. Central spearheads this through various avenues such as education. A few weeks ago, we would have presented scholarships to several young boys and girls now entering secondary school. Another avenue is through sport, where we already support Mr. Ajani Kazmi in cycling and the Dula Football Club, which recently completed an invincible season, winning the DFA Premier League without suffering a single defeat. We also have support of arts like Miss Balsaw in terms of Miss Dominica. And now today we announce our continued support of you, Mr. James, in recognition of your elevation within the field of athletics. I strongly believe that more should be done to support our local athletes in the various track and field disciplines. So this is just one small step. Addison, when you do well, You make all Dominicans proud, but particularly you make the members of Central proud. It is their pooling of funds which grows the credit union and allows us to support promising young people like yourself.
Meantime, the athlete Addison James says he's grateful for the support from Central Cooperative Credit Union.
My deepest appreciation goes to the entire team of the Central Cooperative Credit Union Limited for their tireless dedication and hard work in making this event a success. Their commitment, belief in me, and the continuing investment of time and resources will never be taken for granted. The new equipment presented today will not only enhance my training, but will also help me to improve and perform at higher levels, both regionally and internationally. I ensure you all that the trust and support you have given me will be reflected in my efforts and progress moving forward.
And that's the national athlete, Addison James. That too is a look at the DBS Morning News and Sports. Join us at 11 for a news update. Another major news package at 1:15. On behalf of the news and sports departments and our link person, Hazari Williams, Curtis Matthew saying good morning. Do have a great day at work or at home today.
A quick tip from the National Bank of Dominica Limited. Scammers may send fake emails or texts. Remember, NBD will never ask you to reset your more banking password or share your card PIN, CVV, or other sensitive information this way. Stay alert. Stay secure. When in doubt, contact NBD, your partner, your bank.
Rudolph Thomas Enterprise in Portsmouth, your suppliers of building materials and hardware products. Over 20 years experience in the business. Rudolph Thomas has lumber and plywood, Portland and tile cement, steel rods, galvanized and fenced pipe. And Rudolph Thomas can meet all your wire needs. Galvanized roofing sheets, doors, windows, toilet sets, face basins and bidets. PVC piping, fittings and lattice. Check out Rudolph Thomas for ceramic and vinyl floor and wall tiles, nails, nuts and bolts, paint and painting supplies. And check out their line of electrical and hand tools. And Rudolph Thomas is your one-stop shop for hard-to-find items like fiberglass mat and fiberglass resin and welding rods. Go now to Rudolph Thomas on 1240 Bay Street in Portsmouth.
DBS News. Accurate, up-to-date, professional. We bring you the news of the nation via 3 newscasts, Monday to Saturday at 7 a.m. The DBS Major Morning News, 1:15 p.m. Your lunchtime news bulletin, and at 6 in the evening, the DBS Evening News. Call us at 448-4302. Listen on www.dbcradio.net. Don't forget to like our Facebook page at www.facebook.com/DBS Radio. Stay on top of the nation's news with your nation station, DBS. The time complements Do It Center. It's now 7:34 here on Your Nature Isle. Do It Center, home of Do It Best quality paints, covering you from foundation